we will continue with the second properties. We call it as a first shifting. Okay, first shifting. So the last one, the previous one is a linearity. Okay, now we proceed to the first shifting properties. So first shifting, we will use a first shifting when our function involved with a multiplication of exponential. Okay, when we get a function that involved with multiplication with exponential, so we know that we will use first shifting. Okay, so this is how the pattern of our function lah. So this is our function, and it involves with exponential and also function lah. Okay, so gt is just a function, so means that when you get a function, the whole function, when it comes to multiplication with the exponential, so we will use first shifting. Okay, so just bear in your mind macam tu. Maksudnya I just want to highlight here that when or bila you dapat function you yang ada exponential, that mean exponential multiplication, bukan just a multiplication. Bukan just a exponential. Kalau just exponential, you can just direct use table without any properties, tak perlu buat apa-apa properties. But when it comes to multiplication, exponential multiplication maksudnya ada dua benda yang darab. Okay, so that one you will use a first shifting. Okay, so this is how the pattern of our function looks like. Maksudnya dia akan ada exponential lah. So you can see that they have exponential power of 80 gt. Okay, so now the final answer for this part, for this pattern here is E80 gt. Okay, because this inside here is your ft, right? And your answer must be in this form. Okay, must be in this form. You can see that is g. Okay, kita tak guna f lah sebab actually tak ada apa-apa issue pun f ke g ke, because it gives g because f is for the whole thing, but now is g is inside here. Maksudnya g ni dah ada E80 gt. Okay, so g s minus a, so means that this a, okay, s is a fixed, okay, s is s, but this a must be follow this a. Okay, right. Okay, so now I will explain more detail through example. Okay, through example. Let's say you have, okay, the question asks you to find the Laplace transform for e to tt. Okay, e to tt. So you can see that in this bracket, your ft, okay, your ft now is E80 gt, right? So means that your e to t. So this is your ft. Okay, so what the first step? Okay, the first step is you need to identify what is your a and what is your gt based on your function ft. So what is your a? Okay, your a here is 2. Okay, you can just compare, right? Okay, so your a is 2. What is your gt? Okay, our gt here is t. Okay, you just compare lah between these two, ft and your function given here. Okay, then you will get your a is 2 and your gt, the whole gt here is t lah. Okay, next, step number 2. Okay, before step number 2, we just, okay, step number 2 lah. Okay, we just write now the final answer that you supposed to get. So this is e to t, gt is t, right? So means that what's the final answer here? It must be in terms of g s minus a. So what is your a here? Your a here is 2. Okay, this is not final answer, right? This is the what we call the hint. Your final answer must be get in term of or in the form of s minus 2. Okay, it's just hint. It's not final answer yet. Okay, now we go to step number 3. Okay, step number 3. Okay, we know that gs, okay, gs is equal to L gt. Macam ni, maksudnya kalau selama ni ataupun for the previous one we use fs is equal to L ft, is it? Okay, it's the same thing lah, it's the same thing. Cuma we just use the new alphabet, which is G. Okay, right? But it's same thing. Okay, so we know that GS is equal to Laplace transform for GT. Okay, so what is your GT here? What is your GT? Back to your question just now, what is your GT? Okay, our GT is T, right? Can? Okay, so by using table of Laplace transform, by using table, I'm not sure where's my table. Okay, tak apa. Okay, you can refer to your table. So, refer to your table. LT. LT. So, this is T. Okay, T T power of N. So, that means, what is your our N here? Our N here is 1 lah. Okay, T power of 1. Okay. So, T power of N means that N factorial over S over N plus 1. So, N factorial over S N plus 1. So, your N just now is 1. So, 1 factorial is 1 over S square. So this is the answer for LT. Okay, for LT or for LGT lah. Okay, we don't finish yet. Okay, now step number 4 is our last step, and our answer is belong to these steps. Okay, step number 4, you just write back your question. Sorry, E to TT. Okay, and then we know that our final answer must be in terms of GS minus 2. Okay, this is your GS. Okay, this is GS. GS is equal 1 over S square. Now, we want GS minus 2. Therefore, our answer must be 1 over S minus 2 square. So, this is our answer. This is our answer. This is last answer. Okay, clear on that one? Okay, I repeat again. Okay, step number 1, you need to declare or you need to write down what is your A and what is your GT. Both of it, okay, you can get it from the question lah. Okay, you just compare the location. Okay, kalau sini 2, this is A, so that means here is the value for A. And then the whole thing here GT. Okay, alright, after you get S1, after you do settle for step 1, step number 2. Step number 2 is just write down first. Okay, write down the pattern of your final answer will be look like. Maksudnya for the step number 2 is nothing, tak ada apa-apa calculation occur here, but you just write down the final answer for your question will be this type. Okay, GS minus 2. Okay, GS minus 2. So now step number 3, okay, we want to find our GS. Okay, because it's relate, GS minus 2 and GS is relate to each other. Okay, GS minus 2 and GS is relate to each other. So now we want to find GS first. So GS is a Laplace transform for GT. Okay, just using table. Okay, you just substitute what is your GT first. So now is T power of 1. So using table you get this answer. Okay, this one by using table. Okay, step number 4 is the last step and your answer is here. Okay, the answer will be appear here. Okay, so Laplace transform E to TT means that the final answer just now from step number 2, you write that GS minus 2. Okay, you can refer back to your step number 3. Step number 3, we get the answer for GS is 1 over S square. You can see, right? Inside the bracket, they have S. Okay, inside the bracket, they have S. So that's mean here is S. But now, here is S minus 2. Okay, inside the bracket itself is S minus 2, no longer S, it's S minus 2. So what we do? We just, okay, we using this answer, we will use this one, but now we will replace S with S minus 2. Okay, we just replace S with S minus 2. That's it. Enough. Full stop. Okay, so this is the final answer. Okay, alright, it's okay. I will write the, we show you another one example. Okay, another one example. Okay, let's say you have a Laplace transform for E4t cos 2t. Okay, E4t cos 2t. Right, so step number 1, find out what is your A, what is your GT. Okay, what is your A? Your A here is 4, what is your GT? Cos 2t. Okay, then step number 2, just write down the final answer that you should get. GS minus 4. Okay, because this A must be follow this one. Okay, GS minus 4. Okay, step number 3 is to find out your GS. Okay, to find out your GS. So what is your GT just now? Cos 2t. So by using table, what's the answer here? It must be s square plus 4. Okay, or 2 square lah kalau you nak make it is in the format ataupun ni is s square plus 2 square. So means that s over s square plus 4 lah. Okay, so this is step number 3. Step number 4 is your final answer. So okay, you can see that here is s. So this one is s, this one is s. But now our answer is s minus 4. Okay, must be is s minus 4. So that means you just replace s minus 4 into s. So your answer will be s minus 4, s minus 4 bracket square plus 4 or plus 2 square lah. Okay, so this is the final answer. Easy, right? Just I mean tak perlukan banyak masa pun. Okay, there's so much time that you will spend to this type of question. Okay, okay, I will do another 2 example. Okay, because I just like this topic because it's easy. Okay, alright. So now let's say you have Laplace transform for e pi t sin pi t. Okay, so you do it the same procedure. The first step is identify what is your a. Your a here is pi, and your gt is pi sin pi t. Okay, step number 2, write down the final answer first. Okay, so it must be in terms of gs minus pi. Okay, gs minus pi. Okay, step number 3, find out what is your gs. Okay, what is the Laplace transform for sin pi t? So it must be pi over s square plus pi square. Okay, then the last step, step number 4, is the final answer. It must be equal to pi over s minus pi square plus pi square. Okay, done. Alright, last example. Okay, let's say this question asks you to find the Laplace transform for e3t t square. So of course lah, dia ada exponential and this one you need to first shifting. Step number 1, identify what is your a and your gt. Okay, this is your a and this is your gt. Okay, step number 2, just write down first the final answer that you should get here. It must be gs minus 3. Okay, alright. Okay, step number 3 is to find out your gs. What is your gt? Here t square. Okay, by using table, it must be 2 factorial over s cube. Okay, 2 factorial is equal to 2. Okay, then step number 4, find out the final answer. So it be 2 over s minus 3 cube. Done. Okay. Right? I hope that you are clear on that on these topics, okay? Because I give you a lot of example here, until 4 example, because it's kan betul tak? It's senang. I mean you just doesn't much time lah that you will spend for this type of question, kan? Okay. Alright, so then for the next video, I will show you another one properties, which is the last properties for this week, which is a derivative. Okay.